Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. It is 1 o'clock at the top of the hour. We just want to give it a few moments to ensure that everyone can log in and gather this information today. So bear with us. We'll be back shortly. Okay, I know that we have a ton of information to cover, so we are going to go ahead and get things started. Welcome, everyone, to today's webinar, Utilizing the GO TEXAN Program. This is a great program from the Texas Department of Agriculture, and we're going to get right into the information. As we're getting started, we have a couple of interactive questions we'd like for you to identify yourself with. So these questions will be placed in the live Q&A feed in the upper right of your screen in the featured feed tab. So 2 questions, 2 statements will be entered. And just like the one that best represents you, the first statement is, I am not a GO TEXAN partner yet and want to learn about this program. Or, I am currently a GO TEXAN partner and want to learn more about my benefits. So just like which statement best reflects you. We're fortunate today to have Lynn Cowles here from Foundation Communities. Lynn will be telling us about the importance of gaining health care for yourself and your business. Lynn, over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brewer, and welcome everybody. I'm really excited to be here today to share a little bit of information about the public health coverage enrollment period, which is happening right now for people to have access to comprehensive and affordable health coverage next year in 2022. So thank you so much for moving on to that slide. So for most people who have health insurance through their employers help them pay for that coverage. So that's what makes it affordable. For a lot of people who are on this call right now, small business owners, part-time employees, entrepreneurs, self-employed people, and then also, of course, people who are not working right now, they don't have offers of employer coverage. So there is a federal health policy in place that gives people access to affordable health insurance for themselves and their families and for their communities. Now, there is an enrollment period associated with public health coverage. It runs from November 1st to January 15th. And so right now is that period. And so what our office does at Foundation Communities, we're a Texas nonprofit and a public health policy specialist. So we help people get into public health programs so that they can go to the doctor, so that they can get preventive care, and so that they can avoid major medical debt if they have an emergency or if they develop a condition or an illness that takes a lot of money to treat. So the application for these health insurance plans for people who don't have offers of coverage from their employer, it's at the federal health insurance website, healthcare.gov. And the application is a little bit clunky. It's a little bit confusing. And we have health coverage experts, people who are certified in helping people fill out that application. In our office, we work over the phone primarily, so we're able to work with people across the state of Texas, and our federal certification does allow us to work with people across the state as well. So if you don't have health coverage, or if anyone you know doesn't have health coverage for next year, definitely give us a call. Our phone number is on the screen right there. There is right now increased financial assistance for people to get more affordable health insurance than ever. So if people on this call have tried the public health insurance policies before and they were maybe a little bit too expensive, or there wasn't more than one option available in your area, there are now more companies available and more financial assistance available to give people more choices than ever before. So those choices can sometimes be confusing. Like I mentioned, our public health advocates are available, and they're experts in helping people figure out what the best options are for them. So we're not a health insurance company. We don't sell health insurance policies. We just help people access their best possible benefits, which for our self-employed neighbors, our small business owners and entrepreneurs is a really important part of your business success. Also, making sure that you have employee bases and also managers and business owners who have access to financial security that comes with affordable health care. So don't get hit with those big medical bills. Make sure that hospitals in your area are staying open by getting your employees insured, by you yourself getting insured, and we're here to help you do it. To help you fill out that confusing application and make sure that you're getting the best possible benefits. So thank you so much for letting me speak here today. Y'all do take down our information, give us a call. Let us take the hassle out of finding affordable health coverage for you. My name's Lynn. Again, it's been lovely chatting with you here. If you have any questions at all, feel free to answer them or ask them in the Q&A, and I'll be happy to answer them afterwards. Thanks again.
Yeah, thank you for what you and Foundation Communities are doing, Lynn. We definitely want to improve upon those healthcare numbers in the state of Texas, so thank you. And as Lynn mentioned, she is staying around for the Q&A, so we will be opening the Q&A at roughly 1:30-ish, so that you can submit your questions, whether you have questions related to healthcare or about what today's topic is, the Texas Department of Agriculture's GO TEXAN program. Enter those questions beginning at 1:30, and we will have the Q&A towards the end of this session. So I see that roughly about 75% of our audience does not currently have the GO TEXAN, which means the flip side, that 25% actually already are GO TEXAN participants. So that's great that we have both in attendance today. We have another interactive question for you. I have an existing physical product and I'm interested in GO TEXAN, or I do not currently have a physical product, but wanted to learn about this program. So really, this is really suited for those who aren't already involved with GO TEXAN. So do you already have a product, or are you thinking about starting a business, thinking about developing a product? Like, which one of these statements best reflects you and your business? And again, those will be placed in the featured feed. So today, without further ado, let's get on into the meat of today's presentation. We're fortunate today to have Lindsay Baerwald, who is the Director for Marketing and Outreach with the Texas Department of Agriculture. Among all the programs that they have over there, the most prolific is this GO TEXAN one, and I felt that it was extremely important that we raise the awareness about this program. So let's just jump right on into it. Thank you for being here today, Lindsay. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much for having me. Let me share my screen very quickly and give me the thumbs up if you can see it. Hopefully. All right, great. Again, thank you so much for having me. My name is Lindsay Baerwald. I'm the Director of Marketing for the GO TEXAN program at the Department of Agriculture. If you are not familiar with the GO TEXAN program, which it looks like some of y'all are not, which is great because I love getting the word out about how we can help small businesses across the state. Have you ever, and I know I can't see y'all, but it is that mark right there on the screen with the circle Texas and the words GO TEXAN under it. And if you haven't ever seen it, keep your eyes out for it when you're shopping locally at the grocery store or farmers markets or any little shops, and you'll be surprised to see how many partners we really do have in the program. We have grown to about 2,000 partners as of this last week. It is a yearly annual program with different tier levels, and we are very excited to be back up with our numbers so high. We have grown a lot in the last 2 or 3 years, which is very exciting. Becoming a GO TEXAN partner gives you a lot of benefits besides just using the mark, including promotional opportunities, connecting to grants or other types of funding, workshops and networking events that we put on across the state, and then access to some of the largest events in Texas, such as the State Fair of Texas, where a lot of our partners participate in our GO TEXAN Pavilion at a greatly discounted price than they would normally having to go be a concessionaire or a vendor working directly with the State Fair. So I'll get into some of that in a little bit later, but those are some of our major benefits of the program. We believe the use of the GO TEXAN mark on your qualifying products is the #1 benefit. If you are a product partner and you don't use the mark, we highly suggest that you do use it on you're allowed to use it on your labels, on your packaging, on your website. We think you should put it in an easy location for consumers to see, like the front of the bottle or a label instead of on the back, where some people put some of their other certifications. The mark is pretty flexible and easy to use on your qualifying products, but we do also have some guidelines. I believe this document will be emailed out afterwards, and this is a clickable link where it can take you to where you can see what the parameters are of using the GO TEXAN mark. We are a certification mark. We are registered with the United States Patent and Trade Office, so we do take seriously how the mark is used, and we want to make sure that it is being used correctly. But as I mentioned, it is fairly simple directions to follow when placing it on your qualifying products. Some of the biggest mistakes are not using the current mark, which doesn't have the registration symbol on it, or leaving off the words GO TEXAN, or altering the mark. But again, we do have those guidelines online that you can look at and review before becoming a partner, or at any time in the process of being a partner and just wanting to familiarize yourself. Maybe you're launching a new product or putting it on your website and you just want to make sure that you're using it correctly. We do have that online for you to take a look at. Some of those promotional opportunities that I mentioned, we have on our social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. We have over 91,000 fans combined, and we recently received the swipe up feature on Instagram, which allows us to link directly to your page, or for our folks to buy or learn more about your product, which has been a lot of fun using that, and I think really drawn people to your site instead of saying link in bio or things like that. If you're familiar with social media, it's just a lot easier for people to be able to simply get to your opportunity or your product on your page. We also began a partnership with Chet Garner. It's called GO TEXAN Thursday, and every other Thursday he features one of our GO TEXAN products in a post on his social media, which has hundreds of thousands of followers, and he does a video every month as well featuring one of our partners. So if you become a partner and you do use the mark on your product and you have something really cool for him to talk about, we would love to hear from you and get you in line to be featured on his platforms. He's really great. He gets a lot of feedback. A lot of our partners notice a lot of new engagement and orders when they've been featured on his sites. We also have a brand new GO TEXAN Market, which is our brand. Well, it started in 2020 because the State Fair of Texas was canceled, unfortunately, and that is our largest outreach event of the year. So we acted quickly and pivoted and created a e-commerce site from scratch that just featured our partners' GO TEXAN products. It is a free platform and free to our partners to list 5 of their products on that site. We do take a small commission from it, but again, it is a free site for you to go ahead and another avenue for you to showcase your product for sale. Again, these link to where you can go see the market page. I'm going to click on that oh, never mind, I will not do that. Just in case, I don't want to mess it up, but you can click on shop.gotexan.org and it'll get you to our e-commerce site, and you can view the participants that are on there currently. We do also have 2 gift guides a year. The one just ended on December 10th for our holiday gift guide that we promote and on social media, and it sends people to great gifts for the holidays right around Christmas time. We have a coupon code on our site as well, and that did really well. We emailed that out to 25,000 subscribers, and we also promote it on our social media, as well as our commissioner promotes it on his social media, which is very active as well. Some of these other opportunities, and I guess I maybe take a little step back, all of these opportunities are available to our Tier 1 product partners. So as I mentioned, we are an annual partnership or certification, and the tier 1 level is $100 a year. So for $100 a year, you have the opportunity to participate in all of these things I'm talking about currently. As you move up to different tier levels, there are additional opportunities that you may be available for, which I'll mention in a little bit as well. But everything that I've mentioned so far is included, or the opportunity is available for you in that just for $100 a year. Our new initiative, the product photography, you can send us 5 of your products and we will send you back professional images. I know a lot of our partners are smaller and they might not have the resources to get their products professionally photographed, and it makes a world of a difference when you see photos with professional images on our Go Texan Market or on their website or in brochures or flyers that those partners want to make. So we love that opportunity. It is a brand new opportunity. We do keep those products that you do send us and we use them in giveaways. We're currently running a giveaway right now on Go Texan. You can see some of those products that have been donated for the initiative, but you do have full rights and access to the images that we return to you. That's been a very welcomed new initiative that we've started. We also have the opportunity to participate in retail buyer meetings with grocers like Aldi, Brookshire, HEB, Kroger. We actually just finished a Kroger buyer meeting, and we have the opportunity for an Aldi buyer meeting in January next month. So right after the new year will be our first new buyer meeting. And that opportunity is currently open until January 7th. So if you are a current partner, please go check your newsletter, check your emails. And if you're not a partner, go ahead and sign up, and you can be available. You can sign up for this opportunity to get in front of Aldi. We also have an international department that hosts a lot of inbound and outbound trade missions. And we have opportunities with the Houston Chronicle and Cowboys and Indians magazine that gets you into their publications for a discounted price. Now I'll move on to speaking about the access to some of those funds, the grant opportunities, and then some of our networking opportunities. We just hit a major goal for the program this past November 2nd and 3rd. We had our first Go Texan Expo, which was a trade show event with sessions all day for our partners to attend as well. It was a lot of fun. We're going to continue to do it for the biannual basis. So our partners that were there met some great buyers, and again, the Kroger and Aldi meeting stemmed from that Go Texan Expo. So it was a day and a half trade show hall, and 5 different sessions were available as well. So we're excited to keep expanding on that opportunity and get more buyers in 2023. This next bullet is one of the opportunities where the mega grant, the Go Texan Marketing Enhancement Grant, you do have to be a tier 2 partner, which is a $500 a year partner in order to apply for that opportunity. But the opportunity is a $20,000 grant, non-matching. So that is $20,000 for you to apply for, to market and enhance your product. So we think it's a really good return on investment to upgrade that membership or come in as a tier 2 partner for the opportunity to receive those funds. We did have a lot of people apply this year, and we did fund almost all of them that submitted a complete application. So it is a very good likelihood that if you do apply and you meet all the criteria, that you will receive funding. And again, it really is a great opportunity to give your business a lot of cash to help enhance currently what you're doing. And that may be putting the mark on your product, printing new labels, doing things like that, getting new signage or a billboard, or helping your website. Anything like that qualifies, and we're excited to offer that opportunity. We will be offering that opportunity again in 2022. We also have event grants for those companies or businesses that host events. Those are $5,000 reimbursable grants. And then if you are a farmer's market, we do have a farmer's market assistance grant, which is a $2,000 grant to help promote farmer's markets. We have access to advisors at the UTSA Small Business Development Center. They they started out originally helping companies figure out how to make it through COVID. So that was an opportunity that came about in 2020, and we've kept building on it. It's a free opportunity. They will meet with you. They will go through business plans. They will help you find funding. They're a wealth of knowledge, and they're really excited to help partner with Go Texan companies. And then, of course, you also have access to our 11 TDA regional outreach specialists. That's our field team, our boots on the ground. They not only know a lot about the marketing department and all of our opportunities, but they also know about grants and CDBG and all the other little divisions within the Trade and Business Development Department at TDA, which is where Go Texan is. So they are a the entire agency, and we really think that Go Texan partners benefit from knowing their field rep and staying in constant contact with them, just to make sure that they have all the information is current and they know what opportunities are out there. All of our partners receive a monthly Go Texan newsletter, like I had just mentioned. It has all the information coming up for the next month that our partners should know about. So we hope to not have anyone miss deadlines or miss opportunities. We have quarterly partner meetings. We actually had our 4th quarterly partner meeting this morning. It's a virtual platform like this one. Again, it's another layer that we're adding on. We know a lot of small businesses get a lot of emails and things get lost. So we started these quarterly partner meetings. And it's helped get people to learn more about opportunities that they may be missing. And we've also started a Go Texan Partner Facebook group. It's exclusive just to Go Texan partners. And in there, we post a lot of stuff that's talked about in the newsletter and in the virtual partner meetings, just as another layer. If you're really good about reading your emails and doing everything, it might be repetitive, but we try a lot of different avenues to try and make sure all 2,000 of our partners are getting the information about all of our upcoming opportunities. And then access to some of the largest events in Texas. I would say raise your hand again, but at the Go Texan Pavilion, I'm sure almost everyone on this call has been to the State Fair of Texas in Dallas. We were back and bigger than ever in 2021. We redid the entire space. This is a picture of our new layout in the store. We almost doubled the square footage in that store, and sales were record-breaking, even though the crowd was a little bit smaller due to the pandemic still, and people maybe being a little hesitant to still be out in crowds. We did still have a record-breaking year from back in 2019, which is phenomenal. We have the most partners in the store that we've ever had, and it was just a great time. So as I mentioned, we have this 25,000 square foot Go Texan Pavilion where it's turnkey. You can send your stuff to our store contractor. They will display it like a general store, and things will get purchased. You will receive the check for those items and then get your items back at the end of fair if you choose to want them back, or you can donate them as well. But that is one of our biggest outreach event of the year. We also have sampling opportunities there. We have a retail porch. If you can be there all 24 days of fair, they also had record-breaking sales. The retail porch is a little different than the store. You do have to be there the whole time manning your porch, but you don't have a commission that you have to pay to the store contractor who's restocking and selling your products and everything like in the general store. There's exhibitor space for ag education programs like Beef Council or Beekeepers, Texas A&M AgriLife, Southwest Dairy Farmers, and then we have our certified retirement community booth as well. We also have some great new sponsorship opportunities. So I would love for anyone to check out all the new opportunities to be a part of the pavilion. If you can't be there, at least get your brand name out to the 2 million people that enter the fair on an annual basis. We also have a presence, and the next one starting up in January at the rodeos across the state. I think we're up to 7 of the biggest rodeos in Texas, starting with Fort Worth. We still have some opportunities to participate at the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo. So if you are a new going to become a new partner, or if you are a partner that hasn't seen that information yet, you'll see my contact information at the end. Please feel free to give me a call and we'll get you set up. Again, there's whole show availability or just a few day sampling availability as well. You have the opportunity also to just send product and have it displayed in a case at the events that we all go to. If that sampling is something that you just can't be there for, we know a lot of our partners have a full-time day job, and then they have this other full-time job as their GO TEXAN business as well. So we try to be able to help all different kinds of our partners. And then you get customized signage when you're at any of our events to match the theme that's going on in the building. And then you can use that wherever you'd like. It's yours to keep moving forward if you attend any other events. So, and again, all of this except for that mega grant is included in your Tier 1 GO TEXAN partnership. There are higher tier partnerships available, and you can always upgrade during the year if you want to start out at the Tier 1 level and then you see an opportunity that requires a higher level, you can always upgrade. But some of the benefits of having the higher tier partnership, for access to our events, you do have first come for about 48 hours to sign up for those opportunities. Some things are they sell out quicker. Some opportunities sell out quicker than others. So that is a good, that first access really does help there. You have individual consultations with our GO TEXAN team. We can talk with you, see what areas you're looking for assistance in, and then put you in contact with either our UTSA SBDC Center or one of the coordinators on our team, or try to connect you to others to help consult you on how best to move forward or how to use your GO TEXAN partnership the best. You get prominent listing in our newsletters and any of our digital publications. You can have your company logo on our partner search page or on our homepage. And then for our champion sponsors, we also do offer some customized marketing opportunities that we can always discuss if a partner was going to come in at that $5,000 a year level. That's it for me. Here's my contact information, our email, our generic email that I'm one of the people that checks, and our phone number that can get you to us. And then gotexan.org is where you can find all the information about the program. You can see the partnership levels. You can also apply directly online through, we are all paperless now, so you can apply and pay for your partnership online, and it usually takes about 2 or 3 days for you to see that application go through and to be approved and sent your welcome kit. So I guess thank you all so much for having me. And again, here's my direct information as well, but you'll see this later in the PowerPoint that you're sent. So does anyone have any questions for me?
Yeah, at this time, so I just opened the Q&A. So if you do have questions, definitely feel free to submit your questions, as well as keep an eye open for other questions that are submitted by fellow attendees. Like the questions that, even if you didn't ask it yourself, that you would like to see asked and answered. That is how we will prioritize the questions to Lindsay, or Lynn in this case. So go ahead and start submitting some questions. I have some questions just to get us started, Lindsay. You were mentioning the tier levels. Again, I believe you had it on one of your slides. Where can someone see, I believe there are 4 different tier levels, the different tier levels, the annual cost, and kind of the descriptions, benefits associated with each level?
Sure. So everything is available online at gotexan.org. You'll see a join button, and right there is where you'll be able to get to the link to apply online, but it also has the options of the 4 tiers and what they cost and what you get with each of those tier benefits.
Yeah, perfect. I know that before I became aware of the Go Texan program, I could see that label on different consumer packaged goods, on different products and whatnot. And I always associated each product with one another because I was able to group them by that similar logo. So this is a huge thing to have if you are in a physical product market. And so having this, I can't stress it enough. It's a huge program, and we definitely wanted to increase the awareness of this program. As we mentioned in our interactive questions, 75% are not partners, and then following up with that, it looks like about a third do not currently have your product yet. So if you are thinking about having this physical product and you do want to get your business off the ground running, having this logo can associate you with the other 2,000 plus products that already have it. And that this logo means quality. Let's just get to it. It's made in Texas. It's quality. Just like made in America means outside of America, made in Texas means that within Texas and within this country and the world. So it's a huge investment into your own company. With that, I'm just, as I see some questions are coming in. Another thing I want to mention is for those of you who may be just now starting off with your business, last Thursday, we held a webinar about business planning, and you can recap that webinar on our YouTube page or find it on our website and watch this webinar about business planning if you are just thinking about starting a business, thinking about starting a physical product. That could also help you in just planning out and mapping out your business as well. So let's get to some of the questions. All right. So this question was submitted, Lindsay. You mentioned there are 2 gift guides per year. One is for the holiday. When will the other gift guide be open?
Great question. The next gift guide, the opportunity will go out in the beginning of January because it is a Texas Independence Day gift guide showcasing, all the Texas products here, or maybe shaped like the Texas, or it can just be made in Texas. Obviously, it can be Go Texan. That's Texas enough for us, but also shaped or feature the blue bonnet or things about Texas. But it will be a Texas Independence Day gift guide.
Thank you for that. Wow, that's amazing. The next question actually just touch on this. So the question is, will the slides be emailed out? Similar to how our past webinars are on our site, we also upload a transcript and the slides of each webinar roughly within 48 hours of the conclusion of each webinar. So you'll be able to find it in one of 2 ways. One, directly through our site. 2 days or so, roughly Thursday, you'll be able to upload the slides as well as a transcript of this event and access the recording of this event or pass it along to someone else who may be in your industry and this information may be useful too. The other thing is a survey will be sent out. You may have received it at 1:00 p.m. or you'll receive it at 2:00 p.m. today. And in that survey will be a link to our site, and you'll receive a reminder tomorrow. And that will also have a link to where you can access the resources such as the recording, the slides, and the transcript. One thing I have to ask of Lindsay is if she would be willing to provide us with her slides as Texas Department of Agriculture so we can include those into our Office of the Governor slides as well.
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much. So yes, you will be able to access these slides. All right, next question. Does Go Texan help organizations host events? Lindsay?
We do help organizations host events through those event grants. We also love being a part of events and helping have a booth presence or a sponsorship presence at events, and be able to get the word out about the program. Whether or not you receive sponsorship funding or an event grant or not, we can always look into sponsoring an event or having paying for a booth and being there that way. And I did see, if you don't mind, the questions about having a services division too. Our most 75% or 80% of our Go Texan program is products, but we do have a Go Texan associate partnership that is geared towards services. The benefits are not all the same just because most of our benefits are geared towards products and helping market a product. But you do have the opportunity to attend all of our expos or events and market yourself and network with other Go Texan businesses that may be able to use your services. And on those quarterly partner meetings like we had this morning, we did have a service partner come on at the end and give a presentation, sort of like I'm doing here, to help enhance or promote his business with Go Texan partners. So we do have a services associate partnership as well. Same benefit levels or tier membership levels.
Oh, that's amazing. So I learned something here today because I was only aware about the physical, the placement of the logo on physical products. So that's great information as well, Lindsay. I saw another question that was submitted about access to the information as well as the YouTube page. So our YouTube channel, if you go to youtube.com, you just search Texas Economic Development. Once you do that, the first item that should appear will have the governor's seal, the state of Texas seal, and that is the Economic Development and Tourism office, our office, where you can find all of our webinars and even recordings from our in-person events. Speaking of that, we are fully planning to resume our in-person events coming in 2022. So stay tuned. We will likely be releasing that schedule of events later on in this presentation. Future slide, you'll see the link where you can get our calendar of events. But we do plan on resuming our in-person events next year, and those dates and locations will be released in January. All right, further questions? Oh, thank you for Anonymous, who submitted that this is great information. I agree. Okay, so another anonymous question. What are the requirements to become a certified retirement community? Lindsay, would you happen to know those requirements to become a certified retirement community?
I can give a pretty good overview. It's a very detailed application. It is it's a Go Texan certified retirement community, but you can't. The application packet is on retireintexas.org. It's not just going through gotexan.org. And there you have to meet certain requirements about the community with access to hospitals and entertainment and shopping. A lot of different, you have to note that you can meet all of these requirements. And it is a $5,000 5-year commitment. So instead of renewing annually, it is 5 years, but it also is $5,000 to receive that designation as a certified retirement community. But you can read more about it on retireintexas.org.
Retireintexas.org. Thank you. Wow. I did not expect you to have that information. So you are a wealth of knowledge. Thank you. Here's another eligibility question I'm going to throw your way as well, Lindsay. So we operate under the cottage food law. Do we qualify for the Go Texan? So we make our products from our home. Is there a stipulation of where our home is in Texas, I'm assuming? Is there a stipulation of if we have a shop or a manufacturing plant or whatever it may be? Would you happen to know that information?
We do have some companies that do operate under the cottage food law in the program.
Fair enough. Furthermore, can you describe more about the grocery store buyer opportunities? What is involved and what is the process for that?
Sure. So typically, and what's been done recently with Kroger and currently with Aldi, they will send us specifications of type of products or certifications that a company needs to have to be on their shelves in their stores. And then they'll ask for SKUs, or they send us a list of what their qualifications are to be in their shops across Texas. So we send out that information to our partners. Anyone interested in wanting to be interviewed or meet with those buyers, fill out the quick application. We send the list of applicants to the buyers at that company. They sort through and say who they'd like to meet with based on the responses, and then boom, we have a day or 2-day event of buyer meetings where you'll come in, present your product either one-on-one or sort of in a trade show event, depending on what the company prefers to do. Kroger was sort of a trade show style, and Aldi is going to be more of a one-on-one event. So it just depends on the retailer's preference, but it's pretty, there's no fees or anything to even apply to meet with them. So it's pretty easy, and hopefully the Kroger, we had 40 people or 40 companies apply, and we had over half of them selected to come meet with them. So a lot of companies, especially in the last 2 years, their shifting focus is on buying local and providing local products in the grocery stores, because everyone is now so much more focused on where our food comes from and where everything comes from now. So they're really seeing what some of the other grocers in Texas are doing very well, and they're trying to copy them and get on board and get more local products in their outlets.
Absolutely. I can't agree more. And that truly is where the value of having this logo on your product is as I mentioned before, it's relating your business to other known, maybe even potentially larger businesses that have a quality just built into their brand. And you can just have that same association by being a partner with this program. I realized before I did not give the website for our site, which is just simply gov.texas.gov/business. I'll repeat that again. Gov, that's G-O-V, .texas spelled out, T-E-X-A-S, .gov, G-O-V, /business. And that's where you can go to find not only the calendar I mentioned earlier with the event schedule, but also all of our links to our recordings, the slides, and our transcripts. So gov.texas.gov, as well as a 7-step, I believe on our site, we have 7-step process to start a business for those of you who are in those early stages. So all of that information, our online licensing and permits guide as well, is at that gov.texas.gov/business website. All right. Well, we are going through these questions fairly quickly, and I would like to go through more and to utilize Lindsay's time as best as we can. So if anyone does, please continue to submit your questions so that we can get these answered while we have her here. Let's see. Lindsay, since I know that the Go Texan program isn't the only program that you oversee as Director of Marketing and Outreach, is there any other great things that maybe some of our audience would need to know or like to know about programs that the Texas Department of Agriculture has?
Sure. So under the marketing umbrella, we have, of course, the Go Texan program, which is our main marketing outreach campaign. But we also have funds that come through the agency, through other departments, to help promote Texas Gulf shrimp. Funds that come through TABC to help promote all Texas wineries, whether you're Go Texan or not. We do have that program. We also receive specialty crop block grant funds to help promote specialty crops in the state. And then our international marketing team is wonderful. We just kind of got started planning events, and we got to Germany and for Anuga, and that biggest trade show, and then we got to Tudo Foods in Italy for that trade show, and then boom, this new variant again started. And so we've had to kind of halt some of our next international travels, but we do, our partners that work with us get the opportunity to participate in those events with us if they want to, if they're ready to start exporting, or we can connect them with SESTA, the Southern United States Trade Association, which we partner with them a lot. And if you are ready to start exporting, they're a great organization to get involved with and start going with us on some trade missions.
That's wonderful. Wow. Again, something else I didn't know about. I need to spend more time with TDA, obviously. A great question just came in. The question is, at Go Texan only for food and agriculture, or would beauty and skincare be something that could be included in the Go Texan program? Because I often I gotta admit, I often think of Go Texan with food, maybe because I love to eat. But yeah, would other items such as skincare be?
We have a
included?
lot of skincare and beauty products. Go Texan is anything made, grown, or value added here in the state. And you use a lot of ag products in your skincare that you do create. Ag touches us at least three times a day, whether it's the clothes we're wearing or the food we're eating or the products we're putting on and in our bodies. So anything made, grown, or value added in the state of Texas does qualify to be in the Go Texan program.
That's amazing. That is amazing. And I know that there's further descriptions as far as like the percentage of it that comes from Texas. Where can someone find that information and those details about the percentage of their product that actually is from Texas? For example, if I have this 1% of my items come from Illinois or from Asia, would I still 99% of it is here in Texas? Where can I find that information about the really eligibility requirements?
Well, that would be in like our TAC rules. So I'm not going to send y'all to that website. But again, as long as most of our products do use as many Texas local products, just because it's going to be easier to source them and cheaper to source them than from somewhere else. But the only wine is the only product that has to have a certain amount of Texas grown grapes in it, and that's 75% do have to be Texas grown grapes to be Go Texan. All the other products don't specifically have a percentage of Texas grown products that have to be in it.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for that clarification. All right, let's see. I believe we have exceeded all of our questions. That is amazing. No questions left. So that means that you did a wonderful job explaining the program, and our audience, our attendees are satisfied with the information that's been provided. There's no reason to continue and to take up anyone's time. Again, let's continue with the slides and we'll go through and close out this event. So we have a small business resource portal that was launched in March of this year. This is a great tool where you, no matter where you're at in the state of Texas, can answer 5 questions and get resources specific to you, specific to your area. No matter if you have questions about financing, about licensing and permits, about marketing, such as this event, you can answer those questions and get customized results. So definitely give it a try. Additionally, you can reach out to our office. This is our small business team consisting of myself and Jared Cruz. We also have Jared Vranos, our intern. Last day for Jared. We're going to miss you, buddy. So definitely, if you have questions related to anything, you see our email address there, smallbusiness@gov.texas.gov. You can reach out to us about anything. Again, there's a link for the small business resource portal. Again, I realize that you cannot click on these links right now. However, as we mentioned before, these slides will be made available to everyone. Also, you can follow us on social media at Texas Econ Dev. Additionally, we have contact information for both the Texas Department of Agriculture as well as foundation communities. So again, there's phone numbers and links for both of those organizations that will be made available. I believe that Lindsay touched briefly on SBDC, Small Business Development Centers. They are, in my opinion, very underutilized service, usually at no cost to you, that we are fortunate for as Texans to have many locations of SBDCs across our state. Just like our office provides any and all kinds of services for small businesses, so does the SBDCs. So here you can find your closest SBDC and definitely reach out to them. Additionally, SCORE is retired executives who are offering their expertise to you. You can obtain a business mentor, typically at no cost. So we also have this link so you can find a SCORE mentor. Lastly, I just want to thank both Lindsay and Lynn for being here once again, for providing your information. Go Texan Program. Again, if you are in a prepackaged good, or excuse me, just a physical product, or now, as I've learned today, a service, reach out and learn more about this program. Also, with tomorrow being the last day to get full coverage for your health benefits, definitely look into foundation communities or anyone to get your business yourself covered for 2022. Thank you all for being here, and we hope to see you on Thursday after we have our final webinar of the year over skills for small business. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.